Hello and welcome to Making Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy kit building, making electronic circuits and other do-it-yourself projects, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the ICStations number 12234. This is a do-it-yourself red and yellow flashing LED solder practice kit. Yes, I got this really cheap off ICStation's website for $3.75. $3.75 is a pretty good bargain for what you're getting here. A lot of practice. When I say practice, we're talking a lot. Let's just break it down. 111 pieces and approximately 256 connections you're going to be soldering. Yep, 256 spots. So that's some pretty good practice. This will get you on your road to being a pro when it comes to soldering. And then you can use these skills to build those cool radios you want to build. So, alright, let's open this up and see what comes inside the kit. I'm going to bring down this here so we can see what's in this bag here. Open this up and see what's going on. Alright, first things first, let's look at the PCB. Yeah, they make a real nice PCB here. I want to make a point of that. You don't have to scuff it. Everything seems really well done. I had it upside down. So yeah, 73 LEDs. So that's a lot of connections you're going to be making. There's 10 transistors. I can see them there. See the transistor spots. You have two ICs. You have a 555 timer, and it looks like you have a 4017 decade timer. That's pretty cool. You can look that up. Looks like you have a power in jack. You got some electrolytic capacitors. You may have a disc capacitor there, maybe down there at the bottom. So yeah, pretty cool kit. You got resistors. You can see them all scattered throughout there. So a lot of connections to make. So there's that. Put that board there. Let's see what else we get. I know we got a lot of stuff in this bag. Yeah, for $3, it's worth it. I'd say give it a go. A lonely resistor. This is your lonely resistor. I'm not sure what value that is, but there you go. Let's see. There's some more resistors. I think there's a total of, how many resistors is that? 21 resistors? Yeah. I'll show you the bill of materials in a second. Here's the jack. Now, it's not a standard USB. That's nice. You don't have to worry about soldering any surface mount stuff. So you'll do a normal power jack and hook it right to USB. So that's kind of a nice setup. Liking that. And then all the LEDs here. Looks like I said, you get a bunch. I think they give you some extra red ones too. So you get 40 of the yellows and I think 33 of the reds. Plus they give you, I think, an extra 7 red ones in case you screw something up. That can happen. Electrolytic capacitor, some of your ICs. You know what? I'll just dump these out here. Always fun. Let's not lose anything here. Rolling around. Okay. So yeah, we got electrolytics. I was going to see what these ICs say. I believe this is that decade timer. I was actually watching some videos on this little guy. Pretty cool if you're building some kits. You can do a lot with these little counters. They're really awesome. They can trigger 10 events depending on the frequency set to it. You use this 555 timer to set the frequency for that. So yeah, it's the basic 555. It looks like quality components here. Is it silicone technologies? And then you had Texas Instruments. Nice. And then we got, like I said, capacitors here. Here's that power jack for the USB power in. Okay, so it looks like this is only 3 pins to solder. So 254 connections to minus 2. That's pretty funny. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that'll be easy. All right. And then there's a little potentiometer. Yeah, this is to control the flashing circuit. You'll get to see that in action when I'm done building this kit. So there it is. Again, I think the little transistors, everything's numbered. I'm going to show you the not really the PDF file, but the website for posterity for the build. I can't really read that. Can you guys read that? Trying to get that to flash. There's, I say 9013s. Okay, there's 10 of these, I think. So, all right, so that's that. I'm going to slide this out of the way, and we're going to bring in the iPad here on their website. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're just going to kind of zoom in and show you. Okay, that's the kit all laid out there. Nice. And I give you the price here. $375, not bad. All right, let's go down. You can buy them together cheaper, sweet. So installation, they have everything like printed here. They don't have anything to download, it looks like. So you'll just read what it says. I'm doing this so you can actually rewind the video if you lose your instructions or this, no longer exists for some reason. There is the schematic. Pretty cool. I think this is your decade timer. Yeah, I'm counting my... It's pretty funny, Todderbert. Learn to count, buddy. 10, your decade timer. And it's driving all these sets of LEDs, which is pretty cool. There's your decade timer. There's your oscillator, your 555 timer, generating the signal to that decade timer. Pretty cool stuff. Like, again, you can just research what I'm talking about. Here is your bill of materials or components list. You can see you got a standard capacitor, a couple electrolytic capacitors. There's the values. LEDs, you got, like I say, 33 reds. These are all 3mm ones, so you have to be real careful not to overheat them when you're soldering. Go quick, only for 2 seconds at the most on each connection. You should be able to if you have a decent iron. 25 watt or 30 watt iron should be perfect. If you have a variable temp, set it for 700, probably be a good temperature for you. So you have 40 yellows. You got, let's see, 10 of those transistors, those 9013s, cool. Resistors, let's kind of zoom in here. We got, let's see, 11 1 kilo ohm, 9 200 ohms, and 1 10 kilo ohm. There's your ICs, the 4017, the 555. Potentiometers, a 10 kilo ohm resistor variable. You got your jack. They give you, of course, the cable. So there you go. Pretty neat. Here's the assembled picture. So let's kind of zoom in there in those areas. It's kind of, you can really zoom in. This has a nice resolution, so you can actually see and check your resistor values as you build this kit because you don't want to miss anything. Just kind of zooming around here. That way, for posterity on this video, it is forever. Maybe. As long as YouTube leaves it up there, you guys will have this. So yes, I'm spending a little bit of time. I'm not doing this 2-minute wonder video playing music and stuff, which I might though. I don't know. I might play some music when we're done because there's no speaker on this thing. Here's a dude with his finished product here. Yeah, looks like a lot of fun, a lot of soldering joints like I mentioned. There it is flashing. It's a real simple flasher. There we go. So we're done. So let's go ahead and go back to the kit. Slide that back out of there. And when I come back, I will have pictures of the build process and stages, probably resistors first, LEDs. You want to build your smallest components out to your largest components. And then we'll do a nice little demo of this running. And then maybe if I got some background music, I'll play some YouTube sanctioned background music. That's always fun. Definitely. So yeah, looks like you get quite a bit for $3.75. Yeah, almost $4. I think this is a lot of fun. I'm going to have fun doing this. All right, guys. I'll be back with pictures of the build process and a little bit of demo. All right, guys. Be right back. Here are pictures of the build process. In the first step, I populated the board with 21 resistors. R11 through R20 are marked 1K. R1 is not marked. A 1 kilo ohm resistor goes here. R21 is marked 10K and is included with the kit. R2 through R10 are unmarked and use the 200 ohm resistors. In the next step, I populated the PCB with 73 3mm LEDs. Watch the orientation. They make it easy by having a square pad where the longer LED leg goes. This is the most time-consuming part of the build. Last part, I finished populating the board with 10 9013 transistors, note their placement, 2 electrolytic capacitors, note polarity, 1 ceramic capacitor, 1 10K potentiometer, 1 DC power jack. I used some bus wire to anchor the front of the jack from moving, 2 ICs, the 555 timer, and the CD4017 decade timer. Bend the legs so they fit easily into the board. You usually put the chip on its edge and turn it ever so slightly to get the legs perpendicular. Note position of the chip by the notch on the end. Alright, so let's go to the desk. And here is the completed project of the ICStation's 12234 kit. This thing is great. For the money, $3.75, you get a lot of good practice here. How many connections did I say? 256 connections? Yeah, very cool. The time-consuming part was those LEDs. But here's the front. I should go over dimensions real quick. This is 4 inches by 3 1/4 inches by 3/8 in depth. That includes this potentiometer here to the board. I'm not including this optional standoffs I put on. That's just to keep it from scratching up my table. For size comparison, we can bring a CC pocket in. You guys know I like my CC pocket. And of course, you know, Iron Man, he's the man with master plan. He loves Starburst kits from China Land. Pretty cool. All right, so let's look it over. So yeah, I kind of went over all the components. There's all your resistors. You know, R1 wasn't marked, but you can see a 1 kilo ohm resistor goes there. There's the R21 10K, and the rest are 200 ohms that aren't marked. So pretty neat setup. There's the 10 transistors. You can see those. The DC jack, you can see I put a little bus wire over the top there to anchor the top because there's no anchors on the other side to solder to. They kind of leave it open with 2 plastic things, so you have to use a little bit of bus wire or a component leg if you have one long enough left over. So let's see what else we got here. We got the cool thing here. You can use optional. You can put a 4 to 5 volt input, like 3 AA battery pack, to this device, so you can run it, you know, mobile if you want. There's your 555 timer installed. Here's our decade timer. It's pretty cool. If you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos about how that's in use, and you can do some really cool things with it. That's what I did with this board. See anything else I missed? Okay, the potentiometer will control the flash rate, probably the oscillator for the 555. So decade timer is triggered by that. You can slow or speed up the display. On the back of the board, you can see all my solder joints here, name of the kit. So yeah, it's pretty simple to keep it clean. I didn't even take and clean the flux off. It's just too much work, and the flux isn't too bad, so I left it alone. So there you are, and I put 4 little legs on, like I mentioned. So there we are. So let's go demo this. Now you get some parts left over, which is nice. Here's the bag. Go ahead and show you what I got left, and then we'll do a little demo. So lights, let's see, LEDs. I didn't count how many you got there. You can probably look at 3 yellows there, and it looks like you got 3, 6, 8, 9. Got red LEDs there. So you got some good ones left over. There were some that were chipped. So if you see ones, you just kind of substitute them, because I'm glad they gave you extras like that. Not bad. You get the cable to power it. So we're going to go ahead and undo this, and we're going to plug it in and see what it does. There's no music on this, so I won't add any. I thought about it, but it's like, nah, we don't need to add any music. I'll just show it in action. Then we'll turn the lights off too. Doing this on camera. There you go. So I'm just going to plug this USB end into a little power block over here. Nothing crazy. Doesn't need a lot of power, just a little bit. And there we go. Yeah, real simple. Loving it. Just a fun little display. Somebody said you could put it in a store window to catch somebody's attention for a sale. It'd be kind of cool to put like a translucent acrylic panel in front of it. That would kind of be neat. And you don't see the circuit board, you just see the lights. That would be a fun thing. I don't think I have anything I quite could use to show you that. This like box here. There you go. That's kind of cool. So you can do a neat little opaque thing. Yeah, neat. So that's always interesting. So yeah, you can turn this up and down speed-wise right here with a potentiometer. You can use your fingers actually to do this. So you can turn up the speed. Let's go to max. Max thrust. There we go. It's moving along. Let's go to the slowest setting. Let's see how I can turn this down here. It's kind of hard by hand. Usually use like a little plastic screwdriver. I'll turn it all the way down. And it's slowest rate. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights off and see what it looks like in the dark. That's always the fun thing. Okay. There we are. That's pretty cool looking. Wow, it's pretty bright. I can see what's going on here. I can turn this up. While we're staring at it, yeah. So a lot of work involved here. Those 73 LEDs. That was the big part of this project. A very good learning kit. Like I said, for $376 or so, you're getting your money's worth. You could also, I was going to bring your attention, I'm going to turn the lights back on, a little trick, or not really a little trick, but a way to reuse some of these parts. So pretty cool. You put this on an angle, it looks pretty badass. Liking that. All right, let's turn the lights back on. All right, so yeah, what I was thinking, I didn't do it, but I can mention it in the video. Turn these lights on here. Is you can actually, instead of just soldering these ICs directly to the board like that, just get some of those IC sockets. You know, an 8-pin and, what was that, like a 16-pin there? And then you can reuse those chips in another project. Get yourself one of those prototype boards, and then you could build something else, and then you could actually solder to a new spot. You know, it's just neat. You can reuse those components. Also, you could reuse these transistors. I don't know if you want to reuse the resistors. They're pretty cheap. You can pick those up a dime a dozen. Electrical capacitors, yeah, those could come in handy. Disc capacitor could come in handy. But the big one is using sockets for these two ICs. That would have been fun. You know, about buying them. I know these 555s are cheap and you can buy a bag of them probably for $5, but it's still fun to reuse them. So there it is, the ICStation's 12234 73 LED kit. It's a fun display. It's a good practice kit. I'll put links below. I'm actually an affiliate with the ICStation. Yeah, you can support Todderbert's channel, and it's making waves, which is great. Down there by clicking those links. Plus, they got a lot of cool different modules, power things. You know, if you're really into the bigger things, better things, they got everything you want. So awesome. So if you're past this stage, they have higher degree of level of kits for you too. So there it is. ICStation gets a big vote for me. 2, if you like these videos, make sure to subscribe to the bell icon to get notified of future kit building episodes. Hopefully I have some radio kits coming along. Looking forward to building some radios. It's been a while. Excuse me, losing my voice. It's been a while since I've done some radio kits. And 3, of course, comment below what you think about the ICStation 12234. Do you like this? Do you think it's worth the $3.76? You get quite a bit of components for the money, and you get a lot of practice there. I do like that. So let me know. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.